Oh, wow. You guys can't really see me, huh? This is weird. You guys cannot see me at all. And they're like, man, what's going on? Why this guy is like that? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this on so you guys can see me. Okay, can you guys see me now? Can everybody see me? Can you see me? Now you can see me, right? Hello. Good evening, everybody. My name is Rasheed Martin, and I created a ministry called A Man's Therapy. This is a safe space for men's therapy. So, this is a safe space for men to have thoughts about who they are. So, tonight we're going to talk about a topic. Welcome in. If you guys see the comments over here, there's comments. If anybody want to comment, come in and make some comments. Okay. You can also like up here. Okay. So I'm not gonna be on too long. Okay. I'm not a therapist, I'm not a professional. It's just something that I want to talk about. This is my therapy for mental health. So if anybody is willing to come up here and share, share what they learned from last time to the first two videos, talk about what happened during your day, what happened in your day, what happened during your week. Reason why that is because this is a therapy about you as men. This is for men therapy. So anybody else can join. If you have comments, come over here. These are the comment section over here. You can like right here. Okay, let's get started. One thing I did say last week we was going to talk about is our mindset. You said, why this? Why do you point to this? Because this is where everything starts. Your thoughts turn into words, they turn into action, which turns into conversation. Conversation. Okay, let's start there. There's something I want to use. Now, you may say, well, where is this going? Okay, where this is going is I want to use something that a lot of people do. I'm going to use a word for this topic. Now, what do you say? What does that have to do with mindset? People become obsessed with what they have. But that's not something, don't take that light. That's the word, obsessed. Go look that word up and see what it really means. That's your homework assignment. That's a word for you. Like you're back in school. Okay. This is something that a lot of men do. We and this is something a lot of you probably do as well. Men over explain. What I mean is over explain. Who has an idea where I'm going? What does I mean by over explaining? Who over explains a lot? If you have comments, come up here and say why you over explain. Do you know why you over explain things? Okay, I'll give you an idea. Okay, all right. I'll give you guys an idea. You like my new hat? Yeah, 23. 23 in a house for those that love 23. I used to be a fan, but now, I'm a Black Mamba fan. If y'all can't see that, the Mamba, Mamba family. I'm a Black Mamba fan. But I'm also, I used to be a Jordan fan before I became a Black Mamba fan. So, Air Jordan, Black Mamba. I like both of them. Please forgive me. But I'm a Laker fan. But I love the Air Jordan. That used to be my first love was Air Jordan. We'll get into another topic. But anyway, it's not about that. Over explaining. Now you say, why do I say over explaining? The main reason why we over explain is because we are afraid to fail, make mistakes, and it causes insecurities in people. Now, we over explain things. Men in particular, we over explain too much. I just learned that I over explain things. Now, what I mean by that is You got to give a chance because we are afraid others might reject us, and we're afraid to be rejected. So it starts with our mind. We start with this because our thoughts starts to communicate that we're being rejected because people are used to being rejected. So what they do, they kind of like already have an assumption in their mind about, man, I'm going to make a mistake. It's okay. It's okay to tell yourself it's okay to make a mistake because you made a mistake. Say that to yourself. I want you to write that down. It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to feel that I made a mistake. Once you acknowledge that, you'll start to tear down those insecurities in your mind. You won't become so insecure with your actions or your thoughts, your inner thoughts. Your inner thoughts won't become your outer thoughts, which is exteristic. Interistic is inner, exteristic is outer. So go look up those words and see what those mean. Interistic is like words and things that are inside. Exteristic is like words that are things that happen outside. Like interistic is for self. It's like you're relying on rewards. You reward yourself for something you did at work. But this can exteristic is where you're thinking about other things that other people are doing besides yourself. Make sense? So that's the difference between that. Okay, that's a psychology word for the day. Okay, go look those words up. Now back to overthinking or overthinking. When you're overthinking things or over talking, you're overthinking and you're assuming that someone's going to reject you. That's the insecure part because you're letting some insecure part overtake you making a mistake. How you have to make mistakes in order to grow. In order for you to grow, you need to make mistakes and tell yourself it's okay to make a mistake. Say that to yourself. I'm okay making mistakes. It's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to make a mistake. There's nothing wrong with it. So if you make a mistake, say it's okay because no one else is watching. And if they are watching, it's okay. You're gonna learn from it. Give yourself time to learn that skill and grow with that skill. That way, if you make mistakes, here's the best part. You become a better teacher and a better coach. Those are two things that you will start teaching better because you make mistakes. Say it's okay. It's fine. I'm learning to make mistakes. And I'm okay with making a mistake. Because when you make mistakes, you learn from the mistakes. Does that make sense? You learn from it. Learn from your mistakes. That's an old saying, but it's okay to learn. Because what happened, you'll learn to flow. You have to learn to become the master of explaining things. When you become your own master of explaining, which means you'll start to teach and coach others better when you make mistakes. So I'm learning that mistakes are okay. I'm learning to accept my mistakes. And I'm learning to teach and coach others better. But I gotta stop over explaining. That has always been a problem of mine. I over explain things. But if I learn to make mistakes and learn the art of explaining, then I become a better teacher and coach. Then to get my point across, I will be able to get my point exactly across without over explaining, if that makes sense. I hope this is helping someone. I hope this is helping you. Be okay with making mistakes so you can learn the art of explaining and getting your point across. Get right to that point and make sure that point fits the right audience. Because what ends up happening when we over explain, we have insecurities. Those were anxiety. Anxiety comes out because you're overthinking things or over explaining. So you're thinking someone is not listening to what you're telling them, but they actually are paying attention to what you're telling them. So when you over explain things, people will be like, oh, I know you're over explaining. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Do some meditation. My homework, my activity for you is do some meditation. Do some meditation. Do like if you start to over explain, breathe. Do some breathing exercises so that can calm down, and then you can see that you're okay. Okay. Another thing that I've learned from myself is that I've learned stop overthinking. Limit your thinking ability. Write down your thoughts and go back and read it. That's what we talked about in the first video. Go back and read why you over explain things. Write that down. And once you do that, go back and read it and understand that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay. And then you'll see why. You'll start examining yourself, ex- examining why you make these mistakes because you over explain things. Don't over explain too much. Learn to go with the flow of the point. Go with the flow of the point, and then limit your point. Limit it, and then let others engage others. Let them ask questions. Let people ask you questions. Men, let people ask you questions. Let them ask you questions. Just let them ask you. And then once you let them ask you questions, then you'll explain things better. You will learn to master the art of explaining things. You'll get better at explaining things because sometimes we don't explain things. And then once you don't explain it right, then you're like, well, wait a minute. Did I explain that right? I know. I like that light. I like that light. But I wanted to share something with you. Explaining things is okay. It's okay to explain that. Excuse me for a second, guys. Sorry about the turning the light. I like that. It's like a reflection, huh? Like when police lights. You remember Inspector Gadget? That remind me of a police light. When police is looking for you, put your hands up. Freeze. Put your hands up. I'm just kidding. That is called that what just happened. I use that as a meditation technique. It's called river sounds. Get some river sound. That's meditation. It's like the flowing sounds of river. Get it something that I like water, so for river flowing, it goes in perfect with me. Oh, this what I'm doing. I play the piano. Piano is very good for me. That's my meditation. That's my muse. 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 It's like a coping where you cope with. I have a flowing sounds. I like water that flows, and that was called the flowing sounds of river. You should use river sounds. I like water and things flowing. So like because my sign is Pisces, so I like flowing sound. I like things that flow like water. I love water because water flows, it crashes, and it has a great sound. Uh, Albert Einstein said that if you are explaining stuff and you don't explain it, then you should explain it at all. That was a quote by Albert Einstein. If you're catching yourself explaining stuff and you're not able to, stop explaining it. Men, if you catch yourself talking to someone that you're interested in or someone that you're talking to at work, and it's a friend, it's a co-worker that you're interested in, if you find yourself continuously talking, breathe, count to 10, and breathe, take a 10-second count and count in your head. One, stop, close this, put your hand in your mouth, count to 10 in your mind, and let them talk. If they're interested, if they're still talking, wait till that, whoever, if you're in a group as well, wait till they're done, whoever's done talking. Then whoever's not talking in the first 5 seconds, then you add something. You add it. You like, hey, you know what? This is a great conversation. Then you drop it. It's like, oh yeah. And then the next person will respond. The next person. Then it's like Monopoly. It's like you're explaining Monopoly. How do you explain? Who loves Monopoly? I do. I'm a fan of Monopoly. Just me. Okay. It's like you're explaining Monopoly to your family members when you're starting a game. Think of Monopoly. How do you explain Monopoly to your coworkers? Say you been. How do you explain Monopoly? Think of explaining. It's like Monopoly. I love because you're explaining how to get the money. You're the banker. You know, you pick the shoe. You owe this much amount. It's like think of Monopoly and think of how you can explain things like Monopoly, right? Over